Okay, this is an update on where we're at on the layout here, and I want to show you a few things. I have successes and failures. I've done a bit of cleanup and stuff. I guess you don't need that in there. And this building is one that one of our members created. A little sign on it. I've weathered this and glued it down. I've weathered this and glued it down. This one is a scratch-built one I did. Plus I did a little sign on it here with an OLED. And like this one, it uses magnets to hold it in place. So when I lift this out, there's a magnet there, and of course corresponding around there, so that when we're running you don't see all this stuff. That just slips in there and clicks in like that. Similarly, this one has magnets and it just goes in like that. The difference is with this one, line it up properly, it fits in there quite nice. You can see how cars go in and there's room for them all there. But what I did is I put lights in this building, and in here, plus of course the sign. And if you look underneath here, you can see wiring for an Arduino Nano. Here's the wiring coming down. I have a power plug here for all the lights, a separate power plug for the Nano, with the thought that for the lights I'm going to be able to use a potentiometer to control the brightness. And if you look in, you can see there's lights along there, there's some there, and then inside the building itself there's more lights. What I haven't done yet is I haven't hooked up the power underneath, and so my next job is to hook up the power underneath. Doing this Arduino meant doing a lot of work. I have a clock chip here. I had to take the headers off and solder wires in. For the OLED screen, there's, well, that'll focus, but you can see there's some wires I've painted black. The header I had to take off and solder in. Unfortunately, the OLED screen isn't working. So I spent a fair amount of time trying to get this guy going. I had it going. Once it was fully mounted on here, it stopped working. So I'm going to have to attend to that. And I have a couple of more OLEDs on order. Problem is, this is all glued into place here. There's super glue on it. I'm not sure how I'm going to get it off, and I'm going to have to work on that, but I'm not going to do that till I get more OLEDs. In the meantime, though, I can test to make sure all the lights are working. I can get the circuit in for this guy, the building that's going to go here will be lit, so that's more. And the other thing that's going to happen is further on down the layout, we have the engine repair facility. Let me just swing this camera around. So if we look down here, is the round table. And the round table is going to be lit as well. I haven't figured out how I'm going to put lights in there, but I'm planning on doing that. And as well, that little building will sit where those 3 tracks are, just in front of it, so it'll move over. I'll show you that. So the plan for this building is to have it sit something like this. It needs to sit so that engines can get in it and engines can still go here. And the plan will be I'll get that sitting in, glued down, and I'll put some series of lights in there as well. I'm going to have to paint the roof black on this guy to stop some of the light coming through, I suppose. Anyway, we'll figure that out at the time. That'll go there. And in order to do that, that means I have to run power from where I'm going to put it in on that table over there, underneath in this area, and likely over to table 3 over there as well, because the plan is to put lights in some of the areas that are going to be over there. So first up is to go ahead and put power underneath this table here. Okay, so this table needs power under it, and that'll be the main power. I'm going to set it up here. There will be a bus that goes through here, comes over to this guy, comes over to the table at a midpoint, I guess, and then is plugged into the other tables. At least that's the plan for now. Alright, here's the wiring under table 1. Now what I added in was this piece here. So here's a couple of red and black. They come down here, and this goes to the very back of the layout where the building is. Coming off the side, there's a wire going here that comes in there. That's for the little building. Then there's a bus that comes off here, comes along here. It's got the white tag on it, comes through here, keeps coming along here, connects into the other building here, continues along, continues along, continues along, and ends in this pigtail that will be used to power things on this table. So it'll meet up about there where that other cord is. It'll drop down, and then it will put power all the way back to where you see those wires crossing over there. That's about where I'll be dropping lights for the turntable. And oh, that's pretty much that. As I say, there's a lot of wiring going on here because this is a PSX-AR. No, these two are PSX-ARs, which are auto reversers. This is a combination auto reverser and set up with 3 circuit breakers. This is where main power comes into here, and then is distributed to these 3 guys. From there you can see we got wires coming out here to power various buses, and I've done that in prior videos. Anyway, what's left on here is I still have room for a couple of more here. Not sure what I may need them for, but we'll find out. Oh, my new best buddy is this Ryobi soldering station. It heats up really fast, uses standard Ryobi batteries, and it's completely portable. It's really a nice unit. I really like it. Here we go with all the lights running and the buildings plug in. You can see we've got lights here. We got lights coming on in this building along here. Sign not working. We got lights on in this guy. And yeah, I think that lightens up the layout a fair amount. I haven't put the backboard back up again because I don't need it. I just needed it for fitting this guy in. The buildings are looking fine. I'm going to leave them like this. As I say, I have potentiometers on order, which I can use to cut down on how bright these things are. We're just going to pop the camera off here so you can see closer up. So from track level you can see what this looks like, and you can see how much the you know, it comes out here and how all this is lit up there. You can see back in here where there's lights. If you look at the end here, it's lit inside that window there. I didn't bother doing these windows. Yeah, maybe later, but not now. But so they're just like that. But if you go to the end, it's lit on the end. You can't see any wires, so that's all good. This one here, there's lots of light coming there. You can see not as much in the bottom, most in the top. Now the roof, even though I painted it black on the inside, there's a lot showing through. You can actually see the circuit here. This is where I put the LED across, and you can see that. So I may paint this, and if I do, I don't know whether I paint it black or what color. I mean, black is the most opaque, so I may. But for now, that's what this first table looks like. From there, we're going to move on to the second table. A few things to do. I'm not sure whether I'm going to glue this guy down or not. Need to think about that. This guy, I'm going to be putting lights in along here or across here. I'm not sure what. I'm going to try some different things and see what. One of the issues with the LEDs I'm using is I have to use them in groups of 3 unless I do more surgery and add resistors. They're set up for a 12-volt system with 3 LEDs. And 3 LEDs would work well. I'd like them over top of the track, but unless I do something across here, and anyway, we're going to see what we do there. These holes you can see are from before. I'm more than likely going to take a power feed. I may put multiples, I don't know. But I'll put them down through the bottom here, and then once they're through on the side, I think I'll put a piece of conduit in. We'll try some different things anyway. And of course this table, the ballast needs some cleanup on it, and then I need to do scenery. You can see where it's here, the cork is high, so I'm going to have to figure out how to best blend this in with some gyprock or something. I'm not sure yet. We'll try and figure that out. Same around here. Thinking of bringing a road from off here somewhere. A road from off here, bringing it in here, maybe going across over to there. Need to think about that. But there we are for now.